Hi, folks. Welcome back to Occultist Anonymous, sponsored by Roll20, where we are playing the Marvel RPG playtest, which is actually really cool. Definitely was up to the last minute here going over rules. So, hi, Chris.
Sorry.
It's all good. Uh, um,
I was waiting until my camera was fixed so the
uh,
clap would be on camera, obviously.
Absolutely. I'll buy that. Uh, but yes, we're playing with the Marvel playtest. That's the playtest everybody keeps yelling and screaming about on Twitter and Reddit right now, right? That's the playtest everybody's talking about. It's the Marvel one. Uh,
Marvel 616.
616, yes,
Yeah.
the 616 system. Yeah, that's a thing. Um, yeah, we're gonna play through this. We're gonna be probably pretty vocal about getting through stuff. This is the pre-created little one shot, and it is a really tight and tidy one shot as opposed to that assassins thing I tried to run. That was way too long for a one shot and way too involved.
It would have been fine at 3 hours.
Yeah, that's probably true. But a quick shout out to our patrons who support us. Thank you to Adele, Al, Alex, Alexander, Alsrit, Bernie, Buck, Chandra, Chris, Doc, Emil, Funzo Surali, George, I Can Be Your Hero Baby, IRL, Rilla, Remington, Wannabe. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a brick coming for your face. Somebody was doing their homework. James, Jenny, John, Josh, Catfeathers, Klaus, Crazy Man 1772, Long Live the Queen, Melissa, Michael, Milo V3, Ms. Grumpy, Moku, Mozart D minor, Noba, Other Guy, Perry, Foog, Porter, Puppeteer, Riafia, Ryan, Sean, Shane, Sheksara, Terran, Thomas, Vortex, Falcon, Zoltan, Zombie, wait, no, it's just a Sin Eater, and Aether, Nahus the Mad. Thank you all for joining us, supporting us. It means a lot to us. I know because of this particular overlay, you all won't be able to see the dice. But to give you just a heads up, basically this is a 616 system or a three. It's a 3d6
The
system.
3d6.
Where the middle die is a off-colored die. It's the Marvel die, and so if it rolls a 1, it actually counts as a 6, and a 6 counts as a 6. But if you get 616, that's a crit, or excuse me, a
Like
fantastic
a,
roll.
a mega crit.
Yeah,
Fantastic success.
right. So they've got some of their own little takes on
That's
some
when
of
you
this
get
stuff.
them like word bubbles of your
Pow.
hit doing
Yeah.
things, yeah.
So I would have to do to
Hmm.
make my abilities do cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Now
what
yours,
happened.
it's because the stuff you're talking about, let me see here. Where's this fantastic rolls? So a where's this?
They take double damage and get blinded
Yeah.
on a fantastic success.
Right. So a 666 either having is the fantastic roll, and the ultimate fantastic roll is the 616, which does even more. So yeah, technically it's a 1 in 18. No, that can't be right. Whatever.
No,
Yeah.
that's not right.
1 in 36 times 6, yeah, whatever.
Nope.
So yeah, on a crit, but that's where edge comes in, so you can do the re-rolls and stuff like that. But we will talk about those as we go through. 1 in 216, thank you, Aether Nahus. The system is 100% a playtest. We've already found stuff that we're like, not sure about that. Is that how is that written? And they've already changed the way combat damage is rolled, so they've already made some changes in the like month or two that it's been out. So we're gonna have fun with this. We're gonna be a little, you say campy, I don't, but it's comic book, so we're gonna be over the top. We have some very wacky characters, none of which should really surprise you when you get to meet them. um, but I think we'll start. So uh, I'm gonna set the tone here once I find the opening here. All right. So we'll get to everybody's character introductions here momentarily. But to set the scene, we have that exterior shot, Avengers mansion in Manhattan. Um, where we have heroes such as Black Panther, Captain America, definitely Spider-Man, hanging out and surveying the scene of the wrecked Avengers mansion because, yet again, it has been attacked. Surprising nobody. Spider-Man is making some quips about, really, guys, we should consider a secret identity for the mansion. I'm just saying we can just, do something up, hide it, something, anything. And things are going about, but at the same time we have business as usual inside. We have new members who are invited or are interested in joining because, hey, listen, being a hero doesn't pay great. Getting on an Avengers team and all of a sudden, hey, maybe you can get paid. Actually, we've determined from Falcon and Winter Soldier, no, actually you don't get paid for that. So we have, chatting amongst our various heroes, 3 new people that we've never seen before. And none of them are wearing a black symbiote suit. And I am disappointed. If we want to
I have not described my character, sir.
fair.
You don't know what he's wearing.
Yeah, no, rapidly changing. This is definitely old adult Peter Parker. And we are absolutely, I've already seen chat freaking out about canon, and I'm not playing that game. Not playing it. Greg,
Spider-Man is not a canon in this.
Yeah. And yes, because Craig is adjacent to me here. Describe your character. Introduce your character. Who are you talking with? Trying to get your recruitment in, or are they pushing you to be recruited?
I'm not really sure about the recruitment thing, but it looks like this is an interesting place. Like lots of stuff keeps happening around here, so it's just kind of gravitated to where all the action is. I am Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, the actual Monkey King with the staff and the whole works, and got bored and decided to come down to Earth and figure out something to do for the next 100 years or so.
Who are you chatting with?
Probably with Spidey. He seems to be the the wisecracker of the group, so we would get along pretty well.
I'm kind of amused here. We're gonna, the camera adjusts, and we have Peter Parker over here trying to be responsible and like, guys, we could do better. Like, and meanwhile, Miles Morales is sitting back here like mask up, eating like street food and talking with Sun Wukong and just wisecracking everywhere. And bear in mind, this is serious business. Peter told Miles he needs to work on this because if he's going to be a Spider-Man, he's got to be good at wisecracking.
Go take lessons.
Yes. So we'll rotate down over here to Chris.
Oh, I'm next?
Yeah.
Okay. I am playing Derek Laramie, also known as the Brick. Derek was an unassuming high school football player on the offensive line, and one of his his cheerleader girlfriend got some other cheerleaders together, and they did a sort of the craft sort of thing, and tried to make him even bigger and stronger, or like several of the people on the team bigger and stronger, and so they could win the big game.
Mm-hmm.
Derek's powers stuck around, and I'm sure there was adventures. There was maybe a demon, could have been cool. Derek punched a demon. It's probably reasonable. And then his powers were still there, even though everyone else's like went away or whatever. And so he did not feel comfortable ruining the integrity of football by being supernaturally strong and agile, and could fly. And so with a heavy heart, he resigned from his precious Wolverines and went off into the world trying to find a way to make the world a better place, and also stay employed longer than a couple weeks before he invariably broke something expensive.
So big super strength, not on the graceful side.
He's 6'8" and 300 pounds of beef. And he's basically just a walking himbo tank.
I'm kind of imagining
he's got 3 important qualities. He's dumb, he's very strong, and he's very dumb.
I'm imagining, obviously not the right build, but we're talking the young Hercules, kind of
In the
vibe.
China shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. Absolutely what I was thinking of.
Cool. And Ash, tell me about this character I've never seen before.
Uh,
Original
okay, I
character,
can
do
see-
not steal.
I mean, yes.
I mean, yes.
I am playing an alien. She's called Helios. That's not her name because she doesn't have a name that human voices can say.
Classic.
She doesn't have a gender really. She's in the shape of a lady. Energy being, came down to Earth to be a tourist functionally. She got scooped up by Sword and given a job if she wants to be here because you can't just immigrate to Earth. Turns out,
Not as an alien, no. Sorry.
no.
Right.
So in order to be here, she's been working for them as with their scientists. She has energy powers, and yeah, she's probably like on reasonable terms with the X-Men because that's mutants run Sword.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say.
Oh, yeah.
Brick accidentally got in a fight with the Hulk one time.
Cool.
It didn't win. He didn't win, but but it was a good lesson. He
Right.
made some connections. People were impressed, you know?
Now I'm actually kind of imagining, like, because that's what I was going to come back to is, hey, what is like Brick wearing? Does Brick have a superhero suit, or is he like wearing the varsity jacket?
Yes, Brick has leaned into being a superhero since figuring out that was an option. And he has a, like, I would say low mid tier spandex like wrestling singlet that just has a fucking brick pattern on it, right? Like and then like big stompy boots.
Sure.
It's a terrible look, but yeah.
It's
but he's into it.
Already
Yeah.
several heroes are like, I can fix him.
I can fix him. Yes.
I'm imagining Brick is there actually with Bruce, and Bruce is just like walking him through the Avengers mansion and being like, "Here's Thor. He's another one you should talk to."
Yeah, okay.
And because like Bruce is like, "Nah, listen, Hulk is not a role model. Hulk is absolutely not a role model. Let me introduce you to these other
We
guys.
introduced you to Thor. Yeah, okay.
Listen, in comparison."
I mean, it's an upgrade, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining a flashback with Cap watching Brick get the shit beat out of him by the Hulk, and so, boy, that boy can really take a beating.
Yep.
We need
Exactly.
him, right?
Essentially, yes.
Cap is like, I need a replacement.
Yeah.
Like Thor makes a bet on him against the Hulk, and Cap's sitting there looking very nervous for a second.
And what about Helios? Who's she chatting with, hanging out with?
I can't think of which of the X-Men are in the Avengers.
I mean,
Several of them at any given point, but
yeah, she's not chatting with Wolverine. Probably Beast.
sure.
If we're going the timeline where he's not evil. I feel like they've probably worked together. She's definitely been to Krakoa and done things there. Assorted science bit. I haven't worked it out. She's very mad. She's also free. She wiggled her e-collar off, and so now she's letting me know.
I was gonna say, I love that we're doing this, and Ash is just absolutely flexing the nerd comic knowledge right now. She's like, "Oh yeah, been to Krakoa," and every like person who's seen the Marvel movies are going, "Where? Who?"
What's that?
It's like,
What's an X-Man?
Oh God, don't
listen. I almost made a comment, and then I realized there are probably
Is that like a trans thing, or
there are probably some people who are.
Oh, you see, X-Man is kind of the worst.
X-Man definitely is.
True.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Yeah, sorry. Back on topic.
But yeah, she would be chatting with Beast probably.
Gotcha.
They've worked together and bring her into the group.
Mm-hmm.
She is a little bit weird looking. I've got her at like 6'4", 75 pounds because she doesn't really have weight. She doesn't have mass, really. She is dressed like Staten Island housewife trash. She's got some leopard print, some shitty pleather.
Love that.
Yep. I'm glad Phoenix hasn't grown up. Yeah. So yeah, you guys are hanging out, chatting with some different folks, and a little alert screen pops up, starts blinking, and Okoye appears on the communication screen and basically alerts everybody that there are reports of a Hydra attack happening at the nearby Empire State University. The police have surrounded the research facility on campus where they're holding a number of professors hostage, and they're calling for help. So naturally, all the like veterans and stuff like that, just there's that shift of attention from all of them that are like, yeah,
This is below our pay grade. How about you?
and you all are talking about joining up or are being nudged into joining up. Why don't you all handle it? You know, you're all newbies here. Why don't you take a crack at this?
Oh, the only other piece of solid backstory I have for Brick is that he has been sued by Ben Grimm
Sure.
because
Yeah.
he said it's bricking time and then got immediately sued.
Yep. It's like, listen, man. And the best part is, I'm sure Brick immediately stopped when somebody explained to him, like, it in wrestling terms, like pro wrestling terms.
Oh, he's
Like,
not a
this-
wrestling fan. It's just
hang on, that's not fair. How can
What?
He's gotta like pro wrestling.
he just bought a wrestling singlet and then painted a brick pattern on
I'm
it.
not
That's
even
what
talking about
superheroes wear.
Yeah, that's fair. The three of you are dispatched to Empire State University, which is not far away, because we're still in New York. Which can all three of you fly?
Yes.
Yep.
Someone kind of just steps onto a cloud and
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like the Spideys watch, and it's like, no, see, there's no style to it. As the three of
I don't
you.
know. The cloud is stylish.
Okay, the cloud
Brick,
might get
Brick
set.
takes off like the Hulk and then just happens to be able to fly. But is this the launch, right?
Right. But I mean, compared to flipping and especially Miles, yeah. So when you arrive,
I just want to clarify, the launch is completely superfluous, like it's not required.
No,
He just does it for show.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So when you arrive on the scene, the police officers have like cordoned off the area. You've got all the, like the, what do you call them? The sawhorses. You've got, tape out, flashing lights everywhere. And police officer in charge sees the three of you arrive and was, he was doing that, please not Wolverine, please not Wolverine. Who are you guys? Kind of reaction.
Crash right into the middle of the
Right.
street.
It's like, never mind, doesn't matter. Hey, great, terrific, glad you're here. You all need to handle this. They're inside. They have multiple hostages, and they're making demands.
How many
How many? What?
hostages?
They say 20.
Okay. And how many of them are there? The bad guys.
And you can like look back and you can see a couple faces of Hydra agents with their little ski mask kind of things pulled over, poking out from a couple different windows. So they're clearly not like all standing out where you can just get an easy count of them. But yeah, they reports of ranges from like 5 to 100 because people can't count in a panic.
100? I hope so.
Can I just shoot one that's looking out the window?
I mean, you could, but there are hostages,
There are
man.
hostages.
Alright.
Yeah. What are their demands?
Well, right now they say that they want the city of New York to drape the Statue of Liberty in a Hydra uniform, and if it doesn't happen, they're going to start killing a researcher, or professor every hour on the hour.
I like these guys.
Well, that's
Flamboyant
true.
but pointless.
I
I
mean,
love it. It's great.
Yeah, well, we have 5 minutes before they start
Just don't
killing
look like any
somebody.
Hydra agents I've ever seen. Don't they usually have the big yellow suit on or whatever?
I mean, some of them, yes. And in fact,
Isn't that AIM?
oh, that's true. That is aim. Damn it.
Brick is dumb.
Yeah, Chris knows this. Ash knew this. Drew forgot. Yes. But no, these are and they are like just for meta nods. You can definitely see they are like tricked out. You see little backpack vests and little high tech, guns and stuff like that. But yeah, the lieutenant or whoever is in charge to say, 5 minutes before they start
Okay.
shooting people. So
Cool.
not cool.
No, that's usually more time than we have to work with. So
So what are you gonna do?
can we go knock on the door nicely? Maybe they'll talk to us.
This is out of my hands. I don't
How
mess
about
with
if you
Hydra
guys
agents.
sort of keep their attention and I go and scout it out?
Okay.
I was fully about to just go in the front door.
Well, we want to make sure that they're not going to
You
kill
like
any of these
sneak in the back or whatever. Yeah.
innocent people,
Sounds
right?
great. Let's split up, gang. Where's that from? Why does that sound familiar?
Alright. So
Maybe Coach used to say it.
so I'm moving.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes. That's not really a lot of time to scout.
Nope.
Brick starts walking towards the door.
Yep.
Okay.
So I have updated Roll20, so there's an actual map.
I don't see anything.
I see black.
I got a pop-up about a hardware alert
That's
saying
fine.
that like my graphics might not be supporting this.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, wait. How about now?
It's still just black for me.
Oh, has vision. Save settings.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
I see it now.
Nope.
It's at the bottom.
It is at the bottom, yes.
Okay, I see.
What's the button to view from somebody's viewpoint?
Control click, I think.
No.
Like if you select an icon and then like Control, you'll see that as them, I think, or Control L with them selected.
Hey, thank you, Craig. Names. So yes, Brick steps up to the front door and like
Waves.
Hydra agent like pokes his door, pokes the door open. Is the lady dressed yet?
She's
Oh, the
clothes
statue.
on. She's got clothes on.
The Statue of Liberty.
Oh.
We're here to talk about that.
Yeah.
You have 4 minutes.
All right.
All right.
Like-
Yeah.
Like,
I'm about to
why?
start fucking
Why?
blasting.
Can we talk about this?
What do you want to talk about?
Why do you want the Statue of Liberty to wear a Hydra uniform?
Because it's going to embarrass the entire I almost said state of America. Actually, screw it. Hydra agent says it'll embarrass the entire state of America and slams the door.
No, I'm definitely shooting that guy before he slams the door.
Okay.
It's already embarrassing.
What's his defense?
That is a good question. Come here, Hydra agent. Let's see here. Oh, right. Defense. It's their agility defense, right? For range.
Yeah. I'm attacking with agility, so yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's
Ranged attacks are dodged by agility, and fight are defended by. Are they both? Let's
I
find
think
out.
they're both. I think they're both agility.
Combat. Yeah, next page. Determine initiative. Yeah. We're not doing initiative right now. Determine positions, range, blah blah blah, size. Holy moly! Just tell me what I'm rolling. Initiative. So playtest materials, folks. Give a sec.
Yeah, you need to get the initiative tracker up there, I think.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just not bothering with the initiative
Okay.
just yet.
Because we're not rolling just now. This is a surprise attack.
Yeah.
Well.
I'm not even worried about even that much. Attacks. Blah, blah, blah.
You gotta make your roll.
Versus agility. Yeah, so it's always against their agility. Okay. So yes, you can roll against their defense of 16, which is not going to work out very well for this guy.
Right.
Because I know Ash.
Jesus Christ.
You rolled triple ones.
Well,
that's 70 damage
Yeah.
to this Hydra agent at the door.
but her baseline bonus is plus 16. Well, it was plus 16. Now it's plus 19. She literally cannot miss these guys. And then, yeah, you managed to roll the marble dice. So the odd colored middle dice as a 1, which for
Counts as a 6.
because it's 616 system. And so, yeah, it does 60 damage. So
It does
Is there
70
critical
damage.
fails?
70, thank you. There does not seem to be critical fails.
Okay. Because I mean, she did roll the worst possible roll.
Oh, that's very true. I know there. Let's see here.
But a 1 on the marble die is
Right.
It's a
the best
6.
roll.
Right. So
I guess a 1-2-1 is the lowest possible
roll
roll.
616. A botched. If you
Is
this
roll
a
a
failure?
1 on all 3 dice, that's a botch roll. Count your marvel die as a 1, and your roll equals 3, the worst possible result. You
Okay,
automatically
well-
fail at whatever you're attempting at, and something particularly bad happens, which is dumb, and I'm not doing it. Especially not against a hydration. So yes. Yeah. Hopefully that system gets updated later, so it actually recognizes that as a 3. But yeah,
I mean, it doesn't.
It
It just sets your roll to a 3. Like your bonuses don't factor in at all.
well, it says you automatically fail whatever you're attempting, and something
fair.
particularly bad happens, which I'm like, no, not on the first roll of the game. So yes, this Hydra agent just gets. Well, actually, what kind of energy are you flinging around there, Helios?
It roughly looks like the sun.
Okay, so because they have their different types of damage, so I'm gonna throw that in as heat. Yeah, and so this guy just kind of stumbles back. Their equipment starting to catch fire, and then they just collapse backwards, passing out. Because until we actually run this reel and have a session 0, our heroes don't kill people.
And we're going in the front door.
Yep.
We've got 3.5 minutes. Let's go.
Breaking time. God damn it, he's gonna sue me again.
Let's see here. Can I just delete that? Boop. And that should open the doorway.
I do see things now.
Yay.
Okay.
Cool.
We should probably do initiative at this point.
Sure. Turn order is there. Yeah, so everybody should be able to click yourself and put yourself on the initiative tracker.
What the hell are these
These
numbers?
have decimals. Why are there decimals?
For tiebreaker.
Oh,
Yeah, it's tiebreakers.
yeah, okay.
Sick.
Like that.
That's cool. All right. So Helios with a 21.7 for an initiative.
We're going in.
Yep. Do. I'm adding all our bad feet.
That's 30 feet, I think. Maybe 25. Yeah, I just wanted to get in so I could get a better view of the space.
Sure. Wait, what the heck? What is this? There's an extra Sun Wukong.
I needed a token for my staff.
Oh, no, that's fine. You have another one that's up on the top floor.
Oh, I was just trying to see if I needed a token on the map to be able to see.
Nope, you're good.
You can delete that one.
Yeah, I did. And then this one doesn't have vision. Perfect. Okay, cool. Hydra agent.
Do I not see anyone else in this big room?
That is
Doesn't look like it.
correct. Yeah, so you are in the downstairs lobby. Where's my map? Excuse me.
I'm flying. I don't have to only move this many feet.
Yeah, you can haul ass. Zooming in, your body kind of illuminating because all the lights are off because it's supposed to be dark and spooky. But yeah, you have these cool little displays of constellations because this is the Howard and Maria Stark Center for Galactic History, which is basically the Howard and Maria Stark, so therefore Tony Stark, supported research into galactic history and the Earth's place within it.
It's cute.
So yeah, you have some doors off to the sides, as well as some like office spaces. But yeah, in here in this initial space here, you don't see anything. There are elevators at the back here, and then stairs up here in the top left.
Yeah, if I go in the door, let me know, and I'm gonna, I guess, start looking down the side halls.
Sure.
I want to get eyes on more Hydra guys.
Gotcha. But yeah, as far as you can see from there, you got just a bunch of closed off doors that lead to you're not sure where. But no agents popping out, or more specifically, not hiding where you can see them.
I see
there we
nothing.
go. And that would be stairs up. I know you got tons of movement because you can fly, so if you want to continue up, let me know and I'll get a little bit more.
These are doors on the right?
Yes.
Are they important?
They might be. They're not. They might be monster closets, though.
I mean, I don't just want to leave everyone else, but yeah.
I mean, we're probably right.
A quick cursory fly around shows me no one.
Right.
I'm gonna start going towards where I saw people in the windows.
Yep. So, I will assist you here a little bit. There's at least one you'd seen before. Whoop. And you fly past another. I think you can see from that spot. Yeah. So you zip up the stairs. So if you move your camera up, you'll see the second floor.
Yeah.
And you zip past one Hydra agent on the way to this other guy down here at the bottom of the office spaces.
Okay, if I saw this guy as soon as I came up the stairs,
Mm-hmm. Sure, that's fine.
I'm gonna attack him.
Technically using your energy wave power.
It's an energy blast.
What's the blast?
And I'm gonna, the blast is the big one. I'm gonna spend 10 focus and use that. Do you do that after you hit?
No, I believe you spend it beforehand, but I'm going to tell you, do not.
If they have 16, I'm gonna hit.
You are guaranteed to hit, and the focus, you don't need the extra damage on these guys.
Okay.
You 100% do not. These are absolute normal mooks. There we go. So a 1, 2, 2.
Roll.
So yeah. I mean, we appreciate you showing up with these rolls. You're still, your bonus alone is enough to knock these guys out. And this is 100% what the one shot was designed for. This guy just, there's a little fling of heat energy, and this guy just with a little not quite Wilhelm
This is
scream.
not designed for.
No, this is designed for like
this
is
supposed to happen.
Yeah, these are really just like
Run
minions
roughshod.
effectively. Yep.
Yeah, Brick's gonna do some flying.
Sure.
I guess. I don't know how fucking far I can go. I mean, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Your flight is 10 times your run.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that rule, but
yeah, flight is. It definitely feels like that's going to be something they'll later clarify. Like that's
Yeah.
for overland, far distance kind of stuff. Yeah. Hurtling up, following after Helios like a beacon.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's the guide there to
Okay.
the bottom.
Yeah, I'll sort of like skid slide to a stop around that corner. Just like stand there like, hey buddy.
Punch your feet for a charge.
Sure. Bleh, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Sun Wukong.
Okay, enhanced senses.
Mhm.
I have a flying speed of 360, so I can pretty much go anywhere, I think, within the building, basically.
Pretty much.
So from there, do I have any idea what
Well,
direction
don't
the
just
sounds
say
of hostages?
don't just say enhanced senses. You got to tell me what
Well,
this is. I don't
I
have.
haven't- I have a heightened senses. The character can sense things twice as far away as normal. They also have an edge on vigilance perception checks. Enemies have trouble on agility stealth checks against them.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to get a direction to where I can hear the sounds of hostages sobbing or something.
Sure, I like that. Give me that that vigilance check with an edge. For those
Vigilance.
following along at home, edge is basically a reroll on one of your dice.
How do I tell it I'm doing a reroll?
I think you just do it.
You'll just have to do it.
Yeah, just roll
Okay.
some extra dice.
Oh, TN is target number.
Mm-hmm.
Target number?
Yes. So let me jump over to the compendium. Target numbers. So this is not. Well, actually, yeah, you're on the first floor trying to listen through the entire building. Is difficult. So it's just a +2. And where is baseline? It's difficult even for you, and there it is. Challenging reading. So that makes this a 25.
25.
Mm-hmm.
That's my target number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Nope.
but you have an edge, so you can re-roll one of those.
Roll the 1.
I'll reroll.
Just roll a d6.
I mean, even if you get a 6, it's not gonna.
Oh, it won't make a difference.
Oh, right.
It's not gonna beat a 25.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll still end up being 23. Okay.
So,
So a failure is basically no clue.
yep. Now,
So
in this particular case, I think they do have like they don't have an official degrees of success, but they do mention when rolling. Let me backtrack a little bit. That fantastic. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, for you, there's well, actually, yeah, I'll just give you this much. It's definitely not on the first or second floor.
okay. So I'm gonna smash right through the elevator doors and zip up the shaft.
Oh, like that. So I will move your token and pop you out here. I can't tell if those blocked. They are. Boop. There we are. And so you come out at this top level. What can you see? And you have big double doors over to one side, and then there's definitely a hallway back this way. Again, you've still got more movement, so you can kind of adjust a little bit here.
Can I give another try on the enhanced senses?
You have used your action.
That's my action. Okay. So I guess I'll hold here for now.
Okay. All right, so we'll start having some agents move. I rolled initiative on them, but you know, who cares?
Y'all ended up after us. It's
yeah.
fine.
They have 5 health, by the way. To give you an idea.
Sick.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah, that's why I was like, please don't spend focus on this. It's bad enough. Yeah.
Oh, Playtest introduction. Just a bit. I'm gonna take defensive stance.
Oh, okay. What's that do?
Any attacks against me have trouble.
Oh, okay. Cool. Is that all attacks or?
Any fight attacks made against a character have trouble until they are successfully
Okay,
attacked.
so
in
melee
this
attacks
combat.
then.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So I'm start moving some folks around. Those guys move. Those guys move. Kicking down the door from the cafeteria here. Beside Helios. Man, I am seriously rusty with some of these Roll20 commands. And busting out of this bathroom here. We have a couple folks. So these two are going to shoot at Helios. Where's your guys' little guns? Right?
My ranged defense is 30.
That's probably fine for them, right? They probably hit that.
They have a chance.
I mean, if they roll an
there's
18,
the
then
counters. Yeah, so they have sniping for their firearms. Attack. How do we change that to agility? There we go. Sorry, what was the defense again?
30.
Nope.
plus 4.
Yeah, I told you guys.
Oh no.
Yeah. So two guys firing at Helios, just giving it all, and I imagine like Helios isn't even dodging. These are bullets
It's
that are
just going through.
They're just passing through, yeah.
And like there's the tear through one of your terrible leopard print things, and that's I'm you lose a point of focus, ma'am. You put bullet holes in my favorite. Yeah, okay.
And Helios is actually like an energy being, right? So like, these just like molten globs of lead splatting onto the
out of the back. Yeah.
On the other side. You tore a hole in my favorite leopard print leggings.
Rip.
Oh man.
Okay, this is where we have an impromptu session 0. Helios now kills people.
Yeah. I see Helios pulls out the scrunchie, ties up her hair, and Brick is like, "Oh, you guys are fucked now."
Actually, that's true. Firing at at Brick. What is your agility defense, Mr.
26.
Brick? 26. They still don't have a chance, but you know.
Yeah, I'm very good at physical things because I'm the bruiser.
And very little else.
So yeah, again, gunfire. Now I imagine Brick is just like getting hit with bullets and going, "Oh, yeah, okay."
No, he's like, I mean, they're just he's moving,
Right.
moving and dodging
Okay,
and stuff. Like,
sure.
I mean, he's got some agility.
Okay, I like it. Obviously,
You know,
has
but for
agility.
Flavor, is he actually like, is he dodging because he needs to, or is he just dodging to make it look cool?
I mean, yeah, he's putting on a show.
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna say
Absolutely.
that's it. Yep. And then upstairs, for Sun Wukong, nobody busts out suddenly to attack you. But you definitely, and this is where the enhanced senses might come in. You get where the other floors, especially that bottom floor, was a big lobby and is very visitor center, and then the second floor, which technically you didn't see, but whatever, was like an office space. Up top here, like looking at this, like this wall and some of these doors over here, like this is a bit more like functional space. Like people do things here.
Mhm.
But that
Like
is
research labs.
so that is it for the agents. And we will go ahead and jump down to Helios.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna. Can I talk to the guy and also attack in a turn?
Sure. It's a free action to talk.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask this one that's nearest me. Where are you keeping the hostages?
They're Hydra agents. There's but one answer. Hail Hydra! As he's continuing to just like unload.
Okay, well.
You think they would have run out of these guys over the course of the last 60 years?
There's always somebody.
But American politics tell me that Nazis are endless, so.
Well, that's the answer. Just like a holding hand out very nearly in his face and just zap.
And yeah, this guy tumbles back into the cafeteria here. Blah.
There was another one, wasn't there?
Yeah, right here.
Can I ask him the same question?
Hail Hydra! Yeah, These guys are not talkative.
Somebody forgot to write their script.
100% actually. These are presented as
Oh yeah.
they're dumb mooks, and they're just gonna keep shooting and yelling Hail Hydra. And especially like as he watches his buddy, falls, cut off one head and two more show. It's just
Yeah.
Tried being reasonable.
brick.
So I never found in the compendium what being bigger sizes does, but I am big,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm also very, very strong.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to pick up and throw something, I count as 4 sizes bigger than I am.
Yep.
I don't know what +5 sizes is as far as like Huck and shit, but
Ahem. The range for throwing an object, the character's own size is 10 feet plus 2 feet for every point of might. For each step in size, the object is smaller, double the range, and technically you cannot throw things that are bigger than their size, which is one of the reasons where your size matters. So that is an ability check, by the way, or excuse me, agility attack check.
doubles every size bigger than I am.
For each step in size, the object is smaller than the target or than the character. Right. Yeah, you double the range.
Oh, double the range, not the damage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does being big give me bigger reach?
I don't think so. But also you have tons of movement. So if you're going to grab a guy and throw a guy,
well, I want to go here.
You say here. I'm looking at another screen here. Okay. Yep.
Because I got a power where if 2 people are nearby, I can smash them together.
Sure. These guys move into these
easy
guys
enough to grab one as you're closing in.
Yeah,
just grab them as you're flying in.
Yeah. These guys move into melee. They whip out their little sparky stun baton things. They don't even have melee weapons. They literally just have what was their equipment here? Whoop. Whoa. Character sheet. What are you doing?
So I make an attack against essentially both of them. One attack compared to both things. If it misses one of them, it misses both of them.
Right.
But they have the same stats. Yep. So what is target's defense?
For melee, no, it's 16. Yeah, because it's all the same.
Rip to a real ones. Because of my mighty, which does not factor into that, I do add 11 damage to that.
So these poor things that have 5 health,
you take 85 damage. And they just sort of crumple together, and he just sets them down.
Gently.
Cracking skulls like eggs.
Yeah, he just, doesn't kill him, breaks a bunch of bones, and then just sort of...
The Batman method.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep. Please note, these folks do actually have a particular trait called determination. The character never gives up. They do not gain trouble on all actions for being demoralized. Like, they're plucky.
I love it.
True believers, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Excelsior. Which brings us back to Sun Wukong.
Okay. Is it an action to do my perception?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
The idea being like you're actually sitting and paying attention. Now that said, you have enough movement. I'm going to go ahead and drag you over here to give you an idea that you've got like all these doors down along this way all look like just little offices, but this door that at the top looks like a... Hang on, is that the one I'm thinking of? Nope, that's not the one I'm thinking of. That's a closet. This one back here, these double doors, definitely seem to lead to like a... Like they're secured. They've got little, card readers and stuff like that, and are like... Look like they've been banged up a little bit and then reclosed.
Okay. Card readers, scientists, that makes sense. So let's head that way. Yeah. I'm gonna do a bit of a decoy here. I need to duplicate my token.
Mm-hmm. You can just move your token from the first floor.
I can't see it anymore because it doesn't have vision.
Oh, I move him. Come here,
But,
little friend.
Runs up the door and plucks a hair from his head and tosses it out, and a duplicate of Sun Wukong appears.
Yep.
And the duplicate's going to open up the door. Or I'll open up the door, but let the duplicate be visible there.
Gotcha. Yeah, so
Yep.
this is one of those, I'll give it to you for free because I'm not making you roll for it.
I am going to do an agility stealth check, though, if that's right.
Oh, yeah, perfect. That works out.
What's my target number?
This would probably be pretty routine. So, what did I say your target number was before?
25.
So 23.
23? That's a routine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At your
right.
level, yeah.
Okay, so I'm stealthy, but the duplicate is visible and the door opens up.
Yep. Which I imagine is like the staff gets
like the
shoved in
boom when the doors fly open. Yeah.
Yep. And your little buddy jumps in, and from your perspective, all you see is just a bunch of bullets just plowing through the duplicate, who is what, completely illusionary, or
It's an ego role to try and fool people.
okay, but it is, so it's just purely illusionary.
Yeah, it's purely illusionary.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so bullets are
I
passing
think
through.
I have that too. Is it the holographic?
Yeah.
Illusion? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bullets just
Can
fly
you
through
delete the door so I can see what's
Oh.
going on? Because I was going to sneak in there and see if I can get between me and the bad guys and the hostages.
Sure. Yes. Goodbye, Wall.
Hoping they're in there. Okay. Do I see hostages somewhere? There they are.
Yep.
Those are hostages?
Those are hostages with guns pointed at their heads.
Okay, so I am stealthy sneaky. Nobody saw me, right?
I mean, where you were, now that you've kind of stepped through, you are kind of out in the open. There's that whole no cover kind of thing.
Sure, but there's the whole, that's a duplicate of me running across the room, dodging bullets and laughing and making funny faces at people.
Right.
Yeah, but now there are two of you.
Well, maybe they don't notice me. I'm trying to be stealthy.
Right, yeah. Continue the thought process and we'll see where we're at.
So my plan is to sneak up around machinery and stuff to get by these guys between the hostages and the bad guys.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. You're not stopping there. You're basically cutting around this corner to say maybe down over here.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm cool with that, your agility thing. Of note, the two folks back here who are had been poking their head out the windows. Actually, let me readjust them. Yeah, they were the ones looking out. They're the ones firing the machine guns. The other two are working at the are here with these hostages. And where's my little stuff here? Oh, excuse me, not assault rifles. They all have pistols.
Okay.
These guys don't stand a chance, I know, right? Blah 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 blah. They won't get very far. Yeah. By the way, the notes here: heroes can try to talk with Hydra if they like, but they won't get very far. And they hang up often and end every conversation with "Hail Hydra."
Hail Hydra.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're working away. Like there's some data screens that are up. There's some laptops that have got screens open and they're plugged into some of the info here. And yeah.
So assuming my duplicate has my agility, their range defense is 31.
Yeah, I'm not rolling because
Okay.
they haven't gone, air quote. They're just opening fire. So that whole like in
Yeah, yeah.
D&D, you're totally swinging swords at each other the entire time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll put us back with Helios then.
Okay, hearing gunshots upstairs. I'm going to go upstairs.
Yep.
Like,
Gunshots and wild cackling.
Craig would like to clarify.
I'm just gonna stop and look. I'm like, huh. And yeah, I'm bailing on this guy by the door because I don't. He's insignificant.
Yeah.
Like Brick's like yelling back around the corner to you. Sounds like Monkey Boy's having fun.
Okay.
Brick's from Iowa. Like
There you go. And Chris, just because I imagine you're going to be headed up that way too.
yeah, I mean, unless there's anything.
Nope. I'm just going to move you that way.
Not the important bits. Love
Yep.
it.
Okay. And with all that, I am just bursting through the door.
Yep.
You say these guys up the front with the hostages are like working at the terminals?
No, like there are laptops that are pulling data or something, and they have guns at the hostages' heads. Of note, now that all of you are up here, yeah, there are 2 hostages. This whole like we have 20 people or something. No, that's some bullshit. There's literally just these 2 people in lab
Classic
coats.
Hydra.
Yep, classic Hydra. The 2 down at the bottom of the map here are the only ones that are actually shooting. The other 2 are like shaking hands. Don't do it. Don't come closer. Kind of things.
Okay. Can I just sort of like physically impose myself here?
In point of fact, you have a reaction, interpose, should you wish. So yeah, you could get into melee. Now I will give for all of you, there is no like delayed action or anything like that, at least not that I've seen.
Yeah, I wanted to get in so I could block the hostages from that one.
Right,
and then shoot the other one.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, because that you still have your reaction to interpose if somebody targets Professor Ajit.
I'm gonna blast this guy and be prepared to block for the professor.
Yep. Another 70 damage as this guy just catches a bunch of energy to the face.
I imagine he's fully catching on fire, like stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, that's actually probably the more hero-friendly way of handling some of this stuff. I'm going to set your clothes on fire.
I didn't put a hole through his head. He's just on fire now and has to deal with that.
Yep. And then Brick.
Brick is wheeling around the corner and I don't know. Can I come over and attack this guy?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, this stuff is the absolutely like this is not a challenge part of the
Blomp. And I do much damage to him. Hell yeah.
All right, Craig. Clearly, your next roll needs to be 664. Yeah. So this guy gets crumpled. And actually, yeah, that does leave Sun Wukong. They've taken some of the fun away, but there are 2 other guys there with guns still.
All right. So Double is going to go over here and just harass this guy. Generally make a nuisance on themselves. I'm going to come down here and like take the hostages and start heading towards the door with them.
Okay.
But I'm going to leave my staff behind to fight for me, and it's going to come and attack this guy.
Yep.
That's cool.
It's a might roll, right? Attack? No, just attack roll.
But you'll select might.
Might is the stat.
Yep.
So what's my target
16.
number for this one? 16. Cool.
With your bonus of 19, oh yeah, there we go. Boom. This guy drops.
And I'm walking, so I'm heading towards the door with the hostages. If they come with me.
Just don't worry.
You're suddenly quiet.
Sorry, that was me whispering, saying, "Yeah, I wouldn't even bother about it. Just it's fine."
Sure.
And then there's one more person who you guys knock out.
Hell yeah! Great job, team.
Good job. Once the heroes confirm that all the Hydra agents are down, the hostages are safe, the ceiling of the main room explodes above them.
Of course, yes.
So before you get to that, can we have the hostages over here by me, just please?
They're not getting killed. It's fine.
I just want to make sure they don't get killed.
They're not getting killed. This is comic stuff. All right, where are we at?
This is some Silver Age bullshit we've done to ourselves.
Yes. When the smoke clears, the heroes can see people standing on the edge of the large hole in the ceiling. Hang on.
Hey, that wasn't necessary. We already got the hostages all squared away.
I love Brick. Because, of course, this would be the cavalry.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, if Brick was coming in as a secondary cavalry, that's what Brick would do. Brick would rip the roof off the place.
Right. You got.
Hey, what you guys doing in there?
You got somebody start at the bottom. You got somebody come in from the top.
That's tactics, baby.
All right.
Again, I cannot stress this man only would have gone to college on a scholarship.
Taking rocks for jocks.
Yep.
Sorry. There we go. The heroes can see people standing on the edge of the large hole in the ceiling. They instantly recognize them and at the same time realize that something is deeply wrong with them. These are super powered members of Hydra, engineered to have the same kind of powers as the characters they're meant to destroy. I mean, people that they're meant to destroy. Blah, 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 blah. And you see they look really familiar as they drop in.
Oh, Nego, Sun Wukong,
Yep.
Nega Brick, and Nega Helios.
Yep. Wearing parodies of your own costumes in yellow and green with Hydra symbols on their chests.
Brick.
They whip these up fast,
is Nega Brick wearing the opposite of a singlet?
No.
Just arm and leg sleeves.
No, it's clearly he instead of having like red brick, he has the cement block pattern, obviously. But in green and yellow. And yes, I did whip these up very fast. So did Hydra. That might be a important plot point for later. Let's see here. And yeah, they're definitely wearing and have like gear as opposed to natural superpowers. So like Block has some like it's got that same costume, but he's got like super like mecha arm attachments or something like that. And yeah, y'all feel free to tell me how you think they look.
Yeah, how did this human person get my powers?
Questions?
Well, they have some sort of tactical emitter or something.
Right, exactly, because they're not literally you. It's them duplicating your powers, and specifically, they all had the Tech Reliance. Tech Reliance trait, which is actually really cool. Where's the new one?
It's probably like the suits in Black Panther that like absorbed energy attacks.
Kind of, yeah. Basically, when they take damage that would render them unconscious, they instead can lose one of their technology-related, which is for them, all of them, related power sets. So an attack that would render a character unconscious is a fantastic success. Excuse me, if the attack is fantastic success, the attacker gets to choose which power set to be lost. And yeah, then there's some rules for how to get them back later. That doesn't matter. So basically, yeah, if you guys knock them out, they'll actually stay up a little bit and just lose powers.
All right.
Cool.
So Drew, just to set the stage a little bit, that the target number to tell the difference between me and my duplicate is 20.
Oh, noted.
Okay.
All right. But as these folks jump in, I'm going to ask everybody to roll initiative again.
Cool.
And that red dot is showing up for all of you too, right? To
Yeah,
tell the
yeah,
difference. Okay, good. Luna. And Block. And
Say
Monkey
Block.
Block.
Incredible.
Yep. And Monkey King. It's 25.9911. Oh,
sure, that's some numbers.
Huh?
Monkey King's initiative.
Why is it 9911?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Was 29.13 not good enough?
That's just so extra.
Yep. I could not tell you. Okay, let's see here.
And can you make Craig's life a little easier and get the hostages off the map? Because it's freaking me out a little bit that they're still there.
No problem. They run to a corner.
Thank you.
Well, top of the initiative order, the Monkey King is up. And you watch as basically the body kind of seems to split. There's a kind of this weird holographic overlap between them as they kind of split and look at each other. They do a little high five, and then one charges in with it. It's supposed to be your staff, but this thing looks like just a big baseball bat. And obviously crosses the distance to come at you, because obviously that's how that's going to work. What is your defense? Oh wait, no, I have it right here. It's 31.
My agility defense is 31.
Mm-hmm. All
melee
attack stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought melee's used might.
For attacking. That's one
Okay.
thing that we checked.
Okay, all defenses are agility. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that actually lands a hit.
No, not necessarily, because he's got difficulty on it melee attacks because I have defensive stance up.
Oh, that's true. And that, how long does that last?
It's
Just-
until
it's
I'm
just a
hit.
stance. Okay, cool. Oh,
Yeah,
and then you
it's
have an
until I'm
attack
hit.
stance. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. So, trouble. I guess I have to re-roll the 6 then. So, nope.
Misses by
Just-
1 because of it.
Just barely.
right.
Cool. Yeah, so that's a whiff. There you go. Using your... Okay, hang on. Are those both reactions? Because you can only do one.
Oh, they're both reactions?
I
Okay.
don't know. That's
Yeah,
yeah, they are. They are both reactions.
yeah, unless you have the combat reflex, because then you can use both.
Right. So I will. Yeah, I'll do the reverse momentum throw.
Okay. So you use the momentum of the attack to hurl them to the ground.
So I just roll an attack, but we don't care about the attack roll. This is just the damage that they take.
No, a fight attack. Oh yeah, knocked prone and takes fight health damage. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So 60.
Wow.
Takes a swing, and I'm like, boonk, and he slams into the wall, and I trip him. And
So 110 is your max health. Wow, there's no easy way to just reduce that. Okay, there we go. 50. Blunk. Yeah, that's embarrassing. And then Sun Wukong is back up. Technically, I guess I should have had the duplicate attacking too and give himself an edge or something.
well, but there's a story reason their duplicates are just sparring with each other, right?
Sure,
And the other
yeah.
one's really hitting anything because they're both illusions, so that's fine. I am going to assist Helios.
Sure.
So staff goes flying through the air to Helios's opponent and takes a whack.
I like it. Also, based off of suggestions from chat, yes, block is now the wall. That way we have another brick in the wall.
I love it.
Apparently, the wall is an actual character, though.
So,
What's
how
what's
many
Helios's
Spider-Men do we
defense?
have? Let's see here.
My
Yes.
defense is 30.
30? Yeah, no bonuses there, so that's it.
A tie, which I believe goes to defenders, but going to double check. I can't remember if this is one where heroes automatically win an attack or not. Okay, it just says it is a regular roll. And what are the rules for making a target number?
Well, 30 should be what I need to do damage, right?
That's what I'm double checking.
If it's a beats it situation.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a target number, so that's the number I need to target. I have to hit that number.
That is what I'm thinking to solve the case.
I mean, as long as we just stick it one way or another, I don't think it really.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. I don't see anything that says otherwise. So yeah, it hits.
Right, so you hear the whistling is woo, 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 the staff flies through the air, then stops and just does a couple of clacks on its own.
And that's a physical damage, right?
All right. So Luna.
Yeah, I am explicitly not attacking her.
knowing your own weaknesses.
Yeah, I'm gonna blast the wall.
Well, before that actually happens, the wall is up. And I think the wall shows a bit of intelligence that Brick doesn't.
How dare?
Listen, you were up front. Dumb, strong, and dumb.
Yep. Got 3 important qualities. He's dumb, he's very strong, and he's very dumb.
So the wall launches himself at well, yeah, I guess based on where we're standing at Helios.
Okay, I'm going to use my reaction to interpose or whatever and put Brick in front of me.
Oh, so skulk is the term. So you actually move behind Brick.
Yeah, just slide around behind him.
Which is terrific. Who has the lower defense, you or Brick?
Mine's 30, I think.
26.
26 is the target then. I love that mechanic and I love the rule for it.
Oh, I have a power that we didn't apply to the other me.
Mm-hmm.
Flexible bones. She gets 10 damage reduction versus bashing.
Oh, thank you so much.
So 10 more HP.
That hits. Yep.
Lowest possible damage.
Could have been
30,
oh yeah,
34?
that's true. Actually,
Wait, is this straight up copy of mine or? Okay.
Yep.
So it's plus.
Is it
what was the
7?
number?
Or no.
Plus 11.
11. So 45 damage.
45. Down to a startlingly low 199 hit points remaining.
Brick is a machine. Speaking of Brick, you up.
Anybody else punching their brick? So I'm about to. Brick just like gets punched in the nose. He's like, "Is that what it feels like? Damn, that is rude." And then just like full on, just like haymaker.
Right. Well, and the best part of this is for Brick. I'm sure Brick is used to sending people flying, and the
Right.
wall and Brick are going to just be going at it like a regular like bar fight.
I am going to spend 10 focus.
Okay. Also, there's a karma mechanic. Don't forget about that.
I don't know what that is.
I will look that up real quick to make sure I say it.
I think they're rerolls.
I believe so.
Like a full reroll.
But yes, specifically, after you make a check, you can spend a point of karma to gain edge. So you can basically get yourself a reroll.
Oh, sick.
You
You start with half your karma, right? 5 out of 10.
Start with it with 5.
Yeah, it's half your rank. Usually have karma equal to half the rank rounded up, and it resets to that number every time. Also a note, narrators, that's me, can give karma for excellent roleplay, rescuing someone, went out of their way to help someone, made an inspiring speech, all these, yeah, okay, terrific, you're a hero. Ahem. When they shout their catchphrase at an appropriate moment.
Oh yeah, he can't help it. He's gonna say it's brick in time again.
Yep.
Another lawsuit.
Yep.
It costs him $100,000 every time he does it.
Yeah, you should just have like a little card reader on your wrist every time you say it. Just swipe your debit card.
He owes Reed Richards like millions of dollars at this point.
Reed is not going to notice.
Which is irrelevant because you don't have it to pay anyways.
Come at me.
What is? I'm targeting myself, right?
Correct. So 26.
I mean, if you want to.
But
Or my target number is my own defense. All right. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, so I spent 10 focus, so I get that.
And
added
the 10,
1.
sorry, because the 10 focus did what?
I am using smash.
Sure.
It's clobber is the base attack, and then smash is the super strength level 2 attack.
And what's that do?
it lets me spend focus to add damage.
Okay, just like Ashes.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's
And yeah, if it was a fantastic success, it would add double damage. So that is a grand total of 95.
woo, the wall will feel that one.
That's a solid chunk of change.
Yeah.
All right, get my calculator out. 244 minus 91. That's calculator was set at temperature. Clearly, I was talking to some Canadian somewhere. All right,
95,
153.
not 91.
Oh, 95.
I like how you say
Skip me a
Canadian
4
like it's
damage.
leaving a bad taste in your mouth.
Oh, just Celsius.
True.
Wow. Cool. Ouch. I guess I should look over your guys' abilities and see what you have. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, Luna is up. Who similarly looks at you, and I imagine you both had like this eye to eye thing going, no. And yeah, I mean, Brick is the tank. So
Just hit the wall 3 times as hard, so
yeah, so we will have Luna here charge up and use her energy blast. So that's just going to be an agility check for 26. Ooh, actually, hang on. Where is that attack thing? Go back to Big Five.
how does the
They do not have karma. Okay.
how does your absorb energy damage work?
Whenever you're hit with energy damage, you can ignore the damage before any damage reduction as well. And you just add it to your focus pool.
Sick.
And the energy, when you spend it, you aren't restricted. Normally, you can only spend twice your rank. If you're spending the absorbed energy, you don't have that cap. So
okay.
if you absorb 70 points of energy damage, you can re-attack with 70 points.
Sick. How about relevant? Brick grabs Helios and puts her in front of him to absorb the blow.
Legitimately, you could use your reaction to
That's-
interpose.
yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Love it. So it's still 26 because that's the lower of the attack. I'm also because spending that focus because technically the
That's just awesome teamwork. I just got to say that's amazing.
you take this now. You take this.
I'm just like, there's not a drawback. Okay.
She missed.
She missed.
Rip. By 1.
By
Seriously?
1. Yep.
Damn.
You could spend a karma. Yeah.
I double checked. They do. They specifically call it. They do not have karma.
Couldn't Helios spend a karma to give her a reroll?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can I spend one
I
for
don't
her?
think so. No. Helios is up then. Oh, I love that.
Okay. Let me switch places again. I'm going to blast Brick.
In the
In
wall.
the wall.
Or yeah, the not Brick.
Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
Do I need to back up?
Technically, yes. But as far as I have seen, there's no attacks of opportunity.
Why are we attached? What did I do?
Did you just drag? Did you click both of you? Yeah, there you go. We'll put Brick back where he belongs. And Helios takes flight, zooms back.
Yep. And yeah, I'm gonna spend 20 focus and attack him.
Go all Super Saiyan alien here. Well, I guess Super Saiyans are. What is with us hitting by ones and missing by ones? Rolling 3d6. Regardless, hits for 50 plus 20.
Plus 20, 70.
Hell yeah.
70. I can do that one without a calculator. Block is looking beat up. Monkey King. Up there dueling Sun Wukong.
In my head, he's actually one Sukong, but or Baboon King or something.
Sure.
Sun Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have gone Monkey Lord. That would have been yeah. Where is the character sheet?
He
Um,
has trouble on melee attacks against me.
oh yeah, he does.
Monkey King in Final Fantasy is Dai Sheng, right?
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, that's a great fight.
So he is going to enter into the attack stance and disengage from you and come attack Helios. Monkey King. 30, right, Ash? For your defense?
Yeah.
Ooh! Just hit it. And then the attack.
Wait, hold on. Can I interpose?
Do you
Or whatever
do
the
you
one
have
is? I have
yeah,
two
you-
reactions. So
Oh, that's right, you do. Yeah, so you can.
I'll pop in and take a hit. It's fine.
So it's still
Because
hits.
that looks like a big old swing.
Well, it's that plus her ranked successful. Oh, so right, rank is 10. So that's 80 points of damage.
All right.
As the Monkey King disengages, does some cool backflips, and then brings his hammer down and is like, "God, Helios! Whoa, that's the brick!" And just like arms, yeah. Which brings us to Sun Wukong. Can I talk about how much I love that the initiatives are paired with all of you?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
That worked out pretty good.
Like they weren't exact, but they were adjacent.
Okay, I'm gonna flip over here
Yes,
and beat the heck out of Eclipse or whatever her name is.
Luna.
Oh,
Luna.
Luna.
Eclipse is a good name too, though. Eclipse is a good name too, though.
Would have been good.
And as I'm running over, just hold out the hand and the staff sort of flies through the room and I grab onto it and give a smack.
And you're still in defense stance, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Target number?
30.
30.
30.
Made it. Mm-hmm. Another 50,
Okay.
10 for soft bones or whatever.
40, because she's got,
40.
10 DR.
Woo! Not looking hot. I mean, she is, but that's because of the energy.
And I'm gonna nail with a wisecrack, which is 19 to her focus pool.
Smart. And she already used 20, so that's 110, and then another 19.
She has a very big focus pool.
Yup. I'm realizing probably should use focus on almost every attack. Cool. So that is Sun Wukong's turn. Take psychic damage to the focus equal to the character's ego defense. Okay, gotcha. The wall coming up. Seeing Luna being attacked is like, nah. Charges over to attack Sun Wukong.
Has trouble on the attack roll.
Right. And what is your defense?
31.
I'm on the right character. Yep. All right. I will
You can reroll that
the
6.
2, which brings it down 4.
33.
So wait, what?
Oh, it brings out 4, so 31. So that's
So
it.
it's,
Still
still hits.
Whoa. And where is this? Because I was just looking at it. Oh, that's or is grabbing. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I have to do the grab first. I'll worry about that later. Okay, but yeah, for now you take 74 points.
I mean, I think that attack, like crushing grip, is you do the thing, or if you're already grabbing.
Right.
Okay.
Because you attack resilience versus
Right, and that's why I was like, I'm not
agility.
going to worry about doing
Yeah.
it now because I've already attacked
Right.
weight. Or attacked agility.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's double trouble
What?
because I have, in addition to a defensive stance, I have unflappable poise.
Mm-hmm.
So it was double trouble.
Is one of them 2 trouble?
Yeah. this adds another level of trouble for melee attacks against me.
Yeah, specifically it
Yeah,
calls
when
out
you are
ranged-
in defense stance, they have
Oh.
double.
All right. Well, in
So-
that case, let's see.
Sorry,
Here.
still getting familiar with the rules on my character.
Oh no,
Yep.
you're good.
So you've got a 2/2.
Oh yeah, I guess it's true. What does happen when you have multiple trouble? Because obviously, you'd.
I mean, I think it's you reroll your highest.
That is what I'm assuming.
And the Marvel die doesn't contribute to the roll at all, right?
When you have trouble, because cause reroll, you must use the
Oh, no,
worst
it
of
does.
the numbers.
I think your Marvel die is only reroll if it's level 3 trouble.
Okay.
When you have trouble dice from 2 or more sources, you might have to re-roll the same. Whoever there we go, perfect. Whoever controls the sources of your troubles gets to decide in each instance. So obviously you're going to want us to re-roll the 6
Mhm.
or the second 6, the Marvel die. 5. So missing by 1.
So it misses now, yeah.
Yep.
So I'll take that hit points back then. That's cool. Good.
Yes.
Use my reaction this round, so that's fine.
Oh, from Wisecrack. Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Brick.
In a startlingly mirrored image.
Yeah, I
He's
was
going
looking
to
at the way these
just with
characters
big
are laid
hands.
out.
Big hands and tries to grab the Monkey King.
Do the resilience.
Yes.
All right. Monkey King's resilience defense is 23. Uh-oh.
You love to see it.
Yep. And his in attack stance, so doesn't have. Oh, well, that's gonna suck. That's 34, and then as long as you maintain that grip.
Just shaking.
Yes. Stop that.
Yep.
Yep.
Bad baboon. Bad baboon.
Yes.
Yeah, so I can't add anything to that one, but
Right.
or
Oh,
unless
because it
was my mighty?
because it's all fight damage, right?
Yeah. Yeah, fight damage bonus 11. So yeah, it's 45.
Okay. So, how many power sets do you have, Craig?
I have 2.
Okay. Is that utility and something else, or
No, it's energy and
Okay.
martial art.
So, to stay conscious with 1 health, the energy displacement, that little illusion kind of fades out, and some gear starts sparking off of Monkey King. But yeah, so now you can just start breaking the toy. Luna is up, and has a problem with the Sun Wukong, so we'll kind of float back a little bit here and level her energy beams, and go ahead and spend focus on that. So that's another 20 that comes off. 1 and 31 for your defense, right, Craig?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And with double trouble, actually, is that no? That's only fight attacks.
Hmm.
So the range attack is the way to go. Ooh. So
Oof.
double check we're doing that right, but I believe that's going to be the 61 damage.
Yeah, because it's not a fight.
Right, because defense stance is any
Yep.
fight attack. And then where is unflappable poise? Any fight attacks have trouble. Okay, yep. So you take all 61 points. Unless there's anything else I'm missing. Flipping through your character. How is Sun Wukong doing over there?
Hurt.
Okay. All right. Helios. Oh, that's 81 because of the focus.
Yep.
Right. Because spent 20 focus on it.
Oh, it was 81.
Yes.
Okay.
slightly
that
more
hurt
concerned.
a lot more. It's concerning to begin with, but
Sure.
it's even worse now. Okay.
All right. But yes, Helios.
I am going to take a step back. I'm going to shoot a brick.
Yep. Or the wall.
Well, yes, nega brick.
Nega brick.
Nega brick. That's what I should. I honestly thought about calling them all anti. So anti Sun Wukong, anti brick, but. Ooh.
Okay, so that's 60 damage because I spent 20 focus.
Oh. Clinging.
Brick's not looking great.
No.
Can I interject with a question?
Yep.
Easy powers, they still take an action?
What do you mean easy powers? I don't.
Well, it's listed as easy for the skill description.
What
Is it an
skill are
action
you
to use
looking
those?
at?
The one I'm specifically looking at is do this all day. Duration's instant. I can basically trade focus for health.
Oh, awesome. Let's pull up the actual rule thing. Action easy. I think those are effectively minor actions. So yeah, so that's
Okay.
self heal.
But I have to do it on my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not a reaction or anything like that.
Sure.
That's cool. I was wondering if there was health stuff. I know there's some for like the support characters. They're called something else. But anyway,
Protectors.
that's the one. Thank you for reminding me that Monkey King has that. 60 damage to block, which I've done. Okay, cool. Monkey King is up.
He's pinned.
Yes. What does that do to us?
Time to do the best part of every system, figuring out the grapple rules.
Yeah.
Trouble on might and agility action checks and cannot move.
Sick.
Fuck!
Yeah, that's great. Love that for him.
Okay, well, gonna spend 20 points of focus.
Regain 40 hit points.
Because that's easy. And
2 to 1. That's pretty good.
Huh? Mm-hmm.
It's 2 to 1. That's great.
Yeah. I am terrified of somebody like Ash getting that. I have tons of focus. Now
If I had known that was a thing.
Now I
Exactly.
understand a little bit more of why, oh yeah, it's fine for these people to have tons of health
Right.
because
It
focus
comes from, it depends on the power group, right? Like comes
Mhm.
from martial arts power group.
for you, but it's also in the shield
There's
group.
some copies. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's some copies of things.
Yep.
Sometimes they're in
And
multiple
this is
groups.
just the starter power sets that they've
Yeah.
got. So
Yeah,
There'll
I
be
had
plenty more.
I had a third power set I didn't even take because I have my energy blast and my plasticity. I'm like, what else do I need? It's like, well,
I literally only took 1 power set.
Well, you-
It was like,
yeah.
I mean, utility doesn't count.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Well,
that's what I realized.
It counts for not dying, but
Mhm.
So Monkey King heals, has can still attack though, so it has trouble. That's fine against your 26. And I'm gonna reroll the 5.
it'll hit either way.
yeah, even if you get a 1, it's
Okay. Yep. And then because it's in attack stance, that's 70.
Cool. That's a big hit.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually very happy with
Bricks at 49 HP.
Jesus.
I'm very happy with the amount of the numbers that they're at. I thought some of the stuff, especially when Brick is like, oh, I hit for 74 points of damage. It's like, Jesus. Well, actually, everybody's still up, and this feels like a
Kind of wishing I had been in a range to. Well, no, because 70 damage, I only got 90 hit points.
yeah.
I would be worse off than you if I had taken that, yeah.
Yep. That's good. I'm doing my job.
My turn up, so I will use a free action to convert 40 focus
Sure.
into health.
Yeah, the easy action.
You can spend
2 times
twice your rank.
So 20.
Oh,
20
I
to
can only
40.
spend twice my rank?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you have abilities that specifically say they aren't constrained by that.
Yep. That's
You can
why,
only spend 2 times your rank at a time.
That's why our bonus focus on attacks has been only 20 extra damage instead of Ash going,
Right.
here's 130 extra damage.
I am going to take cover
Okay.
because Helios hurts a lot.
Yes.
Um,
Now, before
I
you
mean, she'll
do
be able to move
that,
and get.
before you do
Hmm?
that, Block does not have much health. Block is like barely up.
These guys
I'm
have
gonna
like
shoot
Right,
him.
7
but I
names.
can
The
like
wall.
leave my staff as I'm running around
Oh
the
yeah,
corner
yeah.
to
You,
take
you got
cover,
your little trick.
and my staff is going to give Wall a good
Wallop.
smack.
A wallop.
Terrible.
I
The
said it
worst.
first, Chris. Don't you jump in here.
I was
what's-
seeing if you put the emphasis on there.
What's the target number?
26.
26.
Yep.
Ooh. Ooh.
Smack.
So Wall is
Hell yeah.
technically still up, but Chris, as you mentioned, I can get rid of flight.
Yep.
So utility power is shut down. All he has is his guns.
It's just being strong.
Yep.
Brick does not have guns.
No, Wall does. Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
I
those
fall-
guns.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Wall is up. Launches himself over the unconscious body of this Hydra agent at Helios. Might attack versus 30. Oh, actually, what's your resilience? Because that is a fun trick.
That's a 20.
Ooh. Gonna
That's,
snatch you out of the air.
That's unmissable except a botch.
Ooh. And is that the right
Yeah.
damage? No. Need to add. Is it 11?
11.
Cool, I have 5 hit points.
Yep.
Woo! We're all around that level too.
Oh wait, no, I've got 10 DR. I've got 15 hit points.
There you go.
Yep.
I mean, I think, essentially all one smack away from getting knocked out.
Everybody's right there. So that is Block's attack. Brick. Excuse me, the Wall's attack. I need to change his name. So I stopped doing that. But yeah, Brick.
So I could just do the same amount of damage,
Just flat out.
but it won't knock him out because he healed too much.
Because we're talking about Monkey King.
Or no, no, I did nothing. Never mind. It's
Monkey
45.
King only has 41.
Okay, he's at 0. Brick just like crushes him into the ground, like the tiles and everything starting to give way a little bit.
Yep. And well, Craig, how many power sets did you use? Martial arts.
Martial arts and energy manipulation.
Already lost energy, so he can give up martial arts technically. But that leaves him.
No, he's just a mook.
More or less,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna say he is out.
Yeah, and it's Brick's just like full body grip around like his rib cage and just like crush down into the ground.
All right.
Monkey King will just comment like, "Ooh, that reminds me of that time I spent 500 years buried under a mountain."
Let me tell you this story sometime. Luna is up. Dun, 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 dun.
And just for visual, like there's a staff spinning around in the air in front of her, right? Yeah.
But yeah, she's just gonna ignore it.
Yep.
I can't use my reactions, right? Because I'm pinned.
You cannot move. So because the interpose and skulk actions require movement, you would not be able to use those. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna shoot at Brick.
She hasn't lost any power sets.
Yep.
Nope. 26, right, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
81 damage.
Okay.
Running out of focus though.
I will get rid of my flight.
Do you have tech resilience?
What? Oh, is that not a thing you can do?
It's
No,
not a thing you can
that's
do.
specifically
Oh.
it's the tech resilience. It was
Oh,
way more.
okay. I'm
OP.
unconscious then.
Ooh, damn.
I had 49 HP and she just did 80. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm done.
Down. Helios.
Like I don't actually have defenses other than just a large
Constant
amount of
health.
HP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna attack the wall who's got me pinned.
Yep. So you do have trouble on it.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hell yeah.
Reroll the 6.
It does not matter.
Oh, it sure doesn't. Yep.
Okay, and so that's 90 damage on him.
Which I believe he was. Yeah, he was at 1. So he also collapses. Which I appreciate. Like, I imagine there's this big heavy thump as Brick hits the ground, and then a second later, thump as the wall hits the ground.
Just like blasted off of me and over.
Yep.
Monkey King. Let's see here. Brick down. So yeah, moving to actually.
Hey, I got 1 kill, y'all. It's fine.
Moving over to Helios. Because
The fact that they all went first before us is bad.
yeah, across the board.
Are we about to lose?
I mean, yeah.
Wait, no. Monkey King's down?
Yeah.
Yeah, Monkey King's down. Bloop. Monkey King doesn't
Okay,
do
so
anything.
it's just Luna still up.
Mhm.
Right.
But that is, we have to kill her 2 more times.
Yeah, have to have 2 successful hits. But remember, because it's only 1 HP, it doesn't
You
like
just go to 1
refill or
HP
anything.
after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically smash energy, smash utility, and then energy. Yep, okay. Or yeah. So yeah, Craig.
All right. I will do an ego check.
Hmm?
I'm doing an ego check. Her target number to notify or to notice this duplicate.
Ah,
So
16 is not going to beat.
her perception or whatever.
Her ego defense is 20. Her vigilance is 25.
Okay. But so another Monkey King kind of runs out from behind this console and hides behind that console, trying to draw her attention.
sure.
And the staff will take another swing at her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you didn't do
28
versus...
misses.
Yeah, 28 misses.
You can spend a karma.
I'll spend a karma.
That wasn't a particularly good roll.
Yeah, especially you can reroll the 1. And that
So
hits.
does that hits. Okay, so 30
And
damage.
does 20 damage.
20.
You don't have anything adding damage for you?
No, I'm in defensive stance.
Oh.
I should probably drop that since all the melee folks are down now and she's just blasting rays. Right? So,
We can definitely say that happens. So that's fine. That adds 10.
So 30.
Mm-hmm. That'll also make our lives a little bit easier. Sun Wukong is done. Wall is unconscious. Brick is unconscious. Luna is up. Now let's find. So I want to double check that holographic illusion. Creates an illusion. Could be of anything. They make it. The result of that check is the TN.
The character, I make an ego check. Or
Luna would.
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luna, her ego check sets a target number that you need to beat in order to identify the illusion.
Okay, I never made the ego check.
But you haven't made a holographic illusion. We're talking about the Monkey King, or excuse me, Sun Wukong's illusion.
Okay, no, yeah, she needed to make an ego check to beat a 16 to disbelieve the solution.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought it was the vigilance versus ego.
Yes. And the ego check. Oh, she's only got a +8 to. Nope, excuse me, vigilance. But she's got a +14. So yeah, so it's guaranteed to make it unless rolls natural ones. Goal is 16. So yeah, so she tells the difference. And oh no, what happens if Sun Wukong goes out and it's just Helios versus Luna? Fist fight!
Neither of us can do that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can.
You can.
I mean, but neither one of you are going to turn energy on each other. Like,
Right.
you're just
Yeah.
giving your opponent free damage.
So yeah, targeting Sun Wukong with Luna's attack. 31, right, Craig?
Yep.
Okay.
Do I get trouble for cover?
Well, she missed.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, but that is something that might be a thing. I'm not 100%. But yeah,
Okay.
she missed, and that's in the favor of the heroes, so we're gonna roll with it. Helios.
I'm just gonna go punch her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
BRB, 1 second.
That's a might attack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do these. I have plasma noodly arms.
Actually, yeah, let me look at. So we have energy blasts.
Like a pillar you can bring down on top of her or something using your energy to burn through it.
Plasticity. Oh, so she has plasticity too that she could lose besides.
Yeah, she loses plasticity, and then she has the because she hasn't been taken down at all yet.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna punch.
The other thing you could do is flare.
I was thinking about that. I didn't know because you have environmental protection, not affected by environmental effects. So I didn't know if that included bright.
No. That's just like being in the environment. I'm definitely not going to give that immunity to flashbangs.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do a flare from over here.
Sure. I also appreciate that it is a friendly fire thing, or rather, not friendly fire. It's each enemy within 25 feet. So
Yeah, I just have to
were
be within
doing
25 feet of her.
So agility versus vigilance, which fortunately you can see on your own thing, but that's a 25 as your target.
Is that 25 feet?
Whatever. Please.
Yep.
I think they're all
Sure.
5 foot, so you can just place wherever.
It's 25. That's fine.
Flashbang.
What am I trying to beat?
25. No problem. And so that is blinded / dazzled. To the compendium.
Until the end of their next turn.
Mm-hmm.
She was hit, right?
Yeah,
It's not a
but it doesn't
physical
do
thing.
damage.
Okay.
Oh, why is cracking?
But I think it's only when I do it.
Yeah, double check.
Yep.
Let's see. Any conditions or powers that require maintaining end. Speed is halved. Trouble on all action checks that require line of sight, like attacks. Enemies have an advantage on all action checks against them that would reasonably require sight to defend against or dodge. We are here for that. I do not see a dazzled, so I'm sure that's basically the same thing. Blinded / dazzled. Cool. That is Ash's turn. Sun Wukong.
Okay.
You have an edge on this attack if you want to run in Smegger.
Yeah, I get to keep swinging.
Mm-hmm.
20, or what's her defense? 30.
31. Oh, 30. Yeah, that's right.
I'll take it. So an extra 10, which cancels out by her rubber bones or
have
whatever.
Advantage, so you could re-roll the 3 and possibly get more damage.
Okay.
Because you get to pick which one you take. Love that.
So it's a
Plus
4.
10.
Cool. She was already
Canceled out her DR.
Yeah. Well, on top of the attack stance, actually. So
Yeah.
boom, drops to 1, and I'm not going to drag this any longer because at this point, especially if you flashbang. It's like when you
No,
stop.
I would just run up and start
Run up and punch
punching.
her for
She has
1
1
damage.
HP.
That's true. Yeah. Well, you still got a hit, but yeah, it definitely happens. So in the aftermath, the heroes defeat our Hydra agents. Technically, there's a logic check to wake Brick up, but Brick gets up. Nobody keeps Brick down. Heroes can question any of the alternates they defeated and then turn them over to the authorities. If they get away, blah, 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 blah. The Hydra agents initially refuse to talk. If the heroes can persuade them to change their minds about stuff, because we're not going to drag this out. Agents revealed they were sent to the building to steal research about the Silver Surfer. In particular, they were interested in the planets the Surfer visited before he first came to Earth. And now you have more questions to ask and more adventures to be had, and that's the end of the one-shot.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like I said, this one was actually prepped as a proper one-shot. Quick, off to a great start, and away it goes. Nobody mortars my brick but me.
Well done.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like Helios and Luna powering each other with attacks means things go critical, and that's how the world explodes.
Yes. Yeah, be a supernova eventually. The whole campus is destroyed, a big ball of fire.
Right. Yeah. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this, at least as a first playtest kind of swing. There's definitely some gaps in the power sets. I feel like some more stuff is needed.
I mean, they do explicitly say that they're adding more, so.
Right.
Yep.
I feel like having an actual book will be a lot easier than trying to navigate through the website.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't bring any support characters, so there were no healers or anything.
We didn't have the protector. Yep.
People throwing up shields.
Right.
So
I like it well enough.
Yeah, and again, it's all playtest. So
I'd try it out again.
Mm-hmm. We will probably return to this again, because there's the different existing stuff is battle suits, blades, cybernetics, firearms, energy control, which we saw a lot of, martial arts, which we saw, plasticity, shield bearer, because we have to give Cap his own thing, whatever. Spider powers, which by the way do not have anything that works very well for a Venom symbiote. Just saying. Super strength, saw that quite a bit. Tactical mastery, weather control, and then there's a bunch of different utility powers.
Venom doesn't have spider powers.
Yep, I know. He has Venom powers.
Yeah, like for utility, I had the environmental protection. So I don't ever get. It says you can pick which environmental effects you're protected from at character creation based on what fits for your character. It's or you can just have them all. So I don't know why you would never have them all.
And that's definitely stuff I think will get changed around over time. There's also inspiration. There's healing factor. So stuff that you can do continually. Like healing factor would be pretty good for somebody like Brick, just because it's health equal to their rank every turn. And fastball special is also in here. And I will admit, kind of bad. None of you took it. But so be it. It's really good because you basically make an attack at somebody. And if it actually lands, it does double damage. If it's a fantastic, it does triple damage. It's ridiculous. I love it. It's definitely one of those.
The chances of getting a fantastic success are just phenomenally low.
When you start to factor in the edges and stuff like that, I
and karma,
but still, roll a 6/1/6 in that order, or be able to reroll dice to make them match that.
Yeah. Well, and of course, it's in that order. What you're talking about is you need 2 6s and a 1. Right. But yeah, there's some stuff that I'm very curious to see how they will develop this over time.
Yeah.
And
it's not something I would have picked up and even looked at probably because I don't generally go in for the branded things. But
yeah, I mean for me, I mean obviously I have some preferences here.
A little D&D adjacent.
Yeah,
I'm very excited at the prospect of build your own X-Man. That is
Yep.
That's why I like Deviant.
Yeah.
I think
So
there's
like,
synergy. Like there's a lot of synergies between the powers. Like I could, with the staff and stuff being able to attack independently, I
Right.
could basically just have opponents kill themselves against me while my staff is killing somebody else.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because you're wisecrack and stuff. Yeah.
Wisecrack and my defensive stance and all that stuff. That was pretty good.
I do hope that they clarify a little bit more about signature weapons, and how
Yeah,
those
'cause
are
we kinda wung it a
technically
little bit.
supposed to work. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Because that's a talent that you took, and then it
yeah,
just
we
kind of says
it's like, oh
talk
yeah,
to your
make some
storyteller about what it does.
right. And
Okay.
so in
Yeah.
our case, we were like, yeah, it allows him to do
Sure.
fight attacks from range. I'm like, okay, that's not
Okay.
yeah, that's not too broken.
Yeah, and we
Um,
just high ruled it that the staff could roll attack rolls or Sun Wukong could roll attack rolls,
Sure.
but I couldn't do both.
Seems cool.
Yep. And of course, there's a lovely bit of art in here that includes Flash Thompson as Venom, but it's his Star Guardian. Literally, like this tiny little comic series is the best Venom ever, and they actually have him in here, and
Mhm.
that's important to me.
It is great.
It's wacky, wacky.
Flash
I
Cycling.
wish I
Thompson.
had gotten to
Flash
use my.
Thompson Venom run was incredible.
It's very good. Very good.
I would like to be able to use my flexible fingers, which is just a fun.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
like, I'm
you
gonna
can
unlock this
reshape your
door
hand
and-
into whatever you need.
Yeah.
You can unlock any door. You just make your fingers
The key.
ooze them into the keyhole.
Mhm. So
That also goes with weird as a trait she has, which gives you an edge against people inclined to like you and trouble against people inclined to dislike you.
I love that. It's just flat out. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. People have. What's the merit? Striking looks. Kind of the same thing.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, for everybody who joined us today, thanks. Appreciate you. We were definitely cutting out a little bit early, but I mean that's the
No
end of
breaks.
Lunch On.
So.
Yeah, no break
Yeah.
either. So thank y'all. We will catch you in 2
weeks
for the
for
Geist.
yeah,
Very excited.
foolish mortals.
Yeah. So for YouTube folks, that will actually be week after next, because we'll have the one shot, not the one shot. We'll have this. The session 0 will go up, and so yeah, then the first Geist video will go.
It's
up.
2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just working out for the YouTube side. I was like, am I doing this right? I think I actually had stuff spaced out, so there's a release every week. Yeah. So the Kerberoy, known only as Chris.
Okay, so it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Make sure you take your clean socks I knitted for you when you go to the underworld. And here's a thermos of tea.
I'm looking forward to it a lot. So thank you all, and we'll catch you next time.